Hi, Leo. This is your end of the year insight. These are the cards that flipped out for you. And Leo, I always love doing Leo reads. I don't have any Leo placements, and I am still fascinated by you all because every time I do a reading for you, I get a little glimpse of the Leo persona, and you guys are just powerhouses. I have to say that appeals to me. I'm impressed. Let's just put it that way. I'm impressed. And I couldn't love this read more. It's really the spread and the energy that I'm getting. The fact that there are no warning or caution cards shows me that you are on your game. Some of you may not even realize how on your game you are, but if I were to kind of tap into a Leo persona a little bit further, I would say a lot of you do know that you're on your game. A lot of you know you're good. You know you're good. All right, so we're going to start off here with our main energy here of the Fool. Throwing all caution to the wind, that whimsical leap of faith. Now, what I'm being drawn to here is this feather up here. This feather, this whimsical, magical, Dumbo's magic feather, that placebo effect of, okay, if I have this thing, I can win. I feel like you know good and well this feather is just a trinket, a token, or a representation. I think you know you always had it within you to fly, and you're well aware of that. And being that this is our main energy, and I'm looking at the cards surrounding it, I feel like you know exactly what you're doing. And even though this is a Fool card and you're supposed to be taking this leap of faith, I feel like your faith is so strong and your background and your spiritual sense of self is so powerful that you know exactly where you're going. One thing I do want to mention here is the bird is facing the Queen of Cups. That's going to be prominent here coming up here. So what we're going to look at here is the cause and the effect. All right. We're going to start off here with the Lovers. Now, the Lovers, of course, can represent just two people coming together. It can actually represent not just love, but business transactions, partnerships. You know, this can even be family where the two of you are in business together, the two of you are working something out. This can even be financial success. And I'm getting also to even multiplying financial success. But what I'm being drawn to with the Lovers here is your experience in love, your experience with human beings and the way human beings interact with one another. It's almost like you're sort of like, I'm getting like this is you, this angel above, you're looking out and watching human nature and learning from human nature. Okay, and that's going to be I think some of you actually might work, with human, almost like in dealing with people. Some of you might work in therapeutical, some of you might actually work in therapy or in counseling. I'm getting counseling. Some of you are counselors. Okay. And that's it's always neat when I get these random messages through, but I feel like you're keeping a watchful eye over human nature, and not just humans in general, but your own personal relationships and how they played into one another and what you learned from them. I feel like you are always in this elevated state of learning and learning from your own actions and the actions of others. Now, from the Lovers, we come to the Death. It brings this Death card. And of course, the Death, we know that doesn't mean, oh, this, oh, now I'm going to die. No, none of us are permanent creatures. But what this is transformation. What this brings you is transformation. Your human relations and what you've discovered and learned has transformed you. It has transformed your sense of self, and it has transformed your perspective on things. It's really sort of elevated you, from the chrysalis to the butterfly, and it's really sort of this, a very deep dive that you took for yourself. And I feel like you're proud of this. Leo, you have every right to be proud. Don't be ashamed. You can be proud. Just walk around proud. Be Vanity Smurf. I don't care. You have every right to be proud because this isn't something everybody learns, unfortunately. When you deal with people, and you see this all the time in different relationships, be they work relationships or love relationships, You always see the people, well, this didn't go right. I'm just not going to work here. I'm just going to go do this. And then they fall into the same patterns. And it's because they don't look into themselves or what they're attracting or what they're allowing. They don't do this deep dive. And so they fall into the same patterns. But I feel like a Leo does not. A Leo is going to, let me see, okay, I learned that. Let me just kind of rise and progress. And I feel that's what you're doing, this transformation, this amazing. I'm feeling also some of you did a major makeover. Some of you did a major makeover, or some of you were on a weight loss regimen. You're on a new diet. You started a new diet. You changed the way you eat. I'm showing that but I'm getting makeover, like a makeover, but I'm also getting sort of an internal makeover. Some of you have actually gone into giving makeovers, or like life makeover, like you're actually a life coach, but not quite a life coach. I'm getting, and that may resonate for some of you, yes, but you're helping other people change their perspectives for the positive. Again, I get that therapeutic counseling thing, so that might play into that. Very interesting energy here, but I love this as our starting energy. This is you doing the work on yourself, on your love relationships, understanding your part that you play in them and the part that they play with you. Now we get to the good stuff, the Fool. This is where that big leap of faith, I feel like you've already started to take this leap. And the Fool coming into the Queen of Wands is probably the most magical energy I've seen. And is this not just the most gorgeous card? Look at her. She is just stunning. And, of course it doesn't have to be, gender is fluid in the tarot. But the way the Fool transforms into the Queen of Wands, again, that transformation from the chrysalis to the butterfly. And the Fool, being that the Fool is like a 0 card, whereas the Queen's way up there, This is Queen status. It's not the Fool to, a page or a knight. This is Queen status. And she's just absolutely, glorified here, and not unjustly. This is your power. This is, again, that wand energy of a Leo. You know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. You are embracing your inner self, and you are letting yourself shine. Now, this again, I'm getting for the love. You are letting your love flourish. You are letting your inner love bloom and blossom. You are available for someone wholeheartedly and passionately. And I feel like in that, you attract that to yourself. You attract the goodness to yourself in this transformation. And that's sort of how it works, The energy we put out into the world always comes back to us like a boomerang. You put out the most beautiful energy, and look how it comes back to you like a boomerang. There you are in your element, shining, glorious. And it's really a colorful sort of energy. So I feel like you're very cultured. I feel like some of you are well-traveled. Some of you are very well-traveled, very well-cultured. I feel like many of you speak in other languages, if not one, maybe even 2 other languages besides your mother tongue. So I'm getting languages and traveling, and you love this. You embrace it. It's something you immerse yourself in. And because of that, you're very good at it. I'm also seeing if this is a new financial endeavor, again, flourishing, and you are passionate about it, and it's just going to just absolutely bloom and take off. I love, 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 love this energy so, so much. Now we go into the next step here, the Queen of Cups. Now, as you can see here, even at the top, it's almost like a progression. The Lovers, the leap of faith. Now you have this emotional security, this emotional stability. And the Queen of Cups is an element of emotional stability, but she has also known pain. She has also, had her heart broken, and she's been through all that. And she's, at one point she wore her heart on her sleeve, where she doesn't quite do that anymore. She keeps her love close, kind of covered up in this chalice as if it were the Holy Grail. She knows that this is her heart, and it is only going to be given out to someone worthy. someone worthy. And again, we get this queen energy, this very imperious, noble energy that you have evolved into, and not unjustly. You have earned this and you have worked for it, and you are allowed to be proud. Leo, you are allowed to be proud. This Queen of Cups, she is emotionally stable, and from her comes the Three of Coins. That is building a solid foundation, and not alone. Not alone. I see two people here building a solid foundation, and not just a foundation, but a prosperous one. I see prosperity. I'm also seeing that you and your loved one may be brainstorming ideas together, and you may not be in business together, but your loved one is going to help you with really great ideas. They're going to be an inspiration for you. I'm also getting, for some of you, you're deeply spiritual. There's a spiritual inclination here. Some of you actually may be readers, tarot readers. But I'm also getting the spiritual there's a spiritual tie to your finances and your love. Like it's all sort of connected. It's interconnected like roots. You're tapping into your roots. There's something to do with your ancestors that you're tapping into that is helping you prosper. That's really kind of beautiful. And I'm also getting, for some of you, again, with the worldwide travel, some of you are going to actually be interpreters. You're going to, like translators, you're going to translate. That's neat. Okay. So I'm getting, again, these random messages. But Leo, this looks absolutely incredible. I love to be able to deliver this message for you. I feel blessed and honored to do so. I really hope this helps. Until next time, my loves, over and out.